Welcome in. Jesse Shule here from jesseshule.com. It's Sunday, June the 23rd. We're back talking the NHL playoffs. We got a Game 7 in Florida tomorrow night. Panthers hosting the Oilers. Winner takes all for Lord Stanley's mug. We're going to be talking side, total, player props, and historical trends. But before I get into the free pick, right about now I normally like to plug my website, but today we're doing things a bit differently. Got a bit of a special announcement to make. As of July 15th, my picks will be available exclusively at wagertalk.com. That's right, I signed a contract with the big boys. Exciting news for myself. Hope you guys are excited for me as well. But let's get into the free picks. Florida, minus 110. Total sits at 5.5. Juice to the under, minus 145. There's a good reason for that. Historically, these Game 7s in the Stanley Cup playoffs have been low scoring. We've seen that in this year's playoffs. All three games went under the number. 3 of 4 went under last year. Back in 2022, 4 of 6. And in 2021, 2 of 3. That's 12 and 4 to the under the last 4 years. In Game 7s, that's 75%. You want to look at a larger sample size. Since 2005, the under is 43, 26, and 9, 61%. And if you're not too thrilled about that 61% trend, I will point out that that number 9 is pretty significant. Those 9 games that pushed would have had totals of 5. So you could say that if the total was 5.5, the under would be 52 and 26, which would put that percentage at 67%. I'd certainly lean toward the under here. The other trends we want to look at is how do home teams perform in Game 7s in the Stanley Cup playoffs? Well, for Edmonton Oilers fans, I got good news for you guys. You've already won a Game 7 in the most recent Game 7 at Vancouver on the road. So you can hang your hat on that. Home teams, though, are 115 and 82, 58%. 58% is significant, but not quite as high as you might expect. Home teams generally have a better record. They're expected to win. They would be the team that's favored coming into the series. So 58% seems, that's less than 6 of 10. So I'm not too thrilled about that. 12 and 5, though, in the Stanley Cup Finals. So 70% for home teams throughout history in the Stanley Cup Finals. And will it be a close game? Well, 4 of the last 10 Game 7s have gone to overtime, and 8 of the last 10 Game 7s have been decided by 1 goal. You can get either one of these two teams plus 280 to win the game by 1 goal, and you can get a prop bet on will the game go to overtime plus 300. I'm not sure that I'd play either one of those, but if you want to put it in a long shot parlay or a same game parlay, there's probably worse bets you could make. I will look at 2 bets that I do like for this game. I like first period under 1.5, and I like Zach Hyman anytime goal plus 145. Hyman leads the playoffs in scoring by a wide margin. He's scored goals in each of the last 2 games. I think that's decent value. As far as the first period under, both these teams are coming in. They're going to be tighter than a Nuns see you next Tuesday, if you know what I mean. Nobody's going to want to make that first mistake. I expect this game to be very cautiously played early on. So I like that under in the first period. If I look back at my own thoughts, what I remember about watching Game 7s, and I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, been around for a while, so I've seen plenty of these Game 7s, but only 2 of them that I can remember are similar to this one, where you see a team lose the first 3 games and battle back to force a Game 7. One of those was the Vancouver Canucks in 2010. They went up 3-0 in the series against the Chicago Blackhawks. That was the tail end of the Chicago dynasty with Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews, Corey Crawford, Duncan Keith, Seabrook. That it was a pretty decent Chicago team. And Chicago battled back with 3 straight wins, but they ended up losing that Game 7 in Vancouver. And then you have the LA Kings in 2014. They lost the first 3 games to the San Jose Sharks, battled back, won a Game 7 on the road, and won the Stanley Cup. But I'm not sure either of those really compare to the momentum that the Oilers have coming into this game. They haven't just won the last 3 games. They won by a combined margin of 18-5. Sergei Bobrovsky. I mean, I wouldn't want to be Sergei Bobrovsky right now. Just that guy is under pressure here. I'm leaning Oilers. I'm leaning under. If you like this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.